Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon back again, and we're once again customizing Goshooter. Transformers Titans Return Goshooter, or Legends Goshooter, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be Titans Return for me, since that's very much the US version. So, yeah. Last part we were working on his chest, some of the leg details, basically the top of the car, and the shoulders, and we're continuing the shoulders right now. So yeah, let's just get back to it. I guess gotta get a nice even coat, thin it out so it doesn't look too dark. I do want the colors to look right. I may have put it on a little too thick this time, so you can do to thin that out a bit. Trying to find that balance of thick and thin is not always easy. I'll have to admit to that much. But that is looking pretty nice. All things considered, and I think that will work. So we got those done. And things are actually going pretty smooth. This one might be a shorter one than I expected. Then again, I gotta go another round on some of these things. Particularly the legs, because there's a lot more to do with them. But now we're going to get into the forearms. It's only going to be part blue and part Gunmetal Gray. Because, you know, I don't know, probably be better to use black, but I want to use gunmetal. Make it a little bit shiny. And the gunmetal worked pretty good for Minerva's hands and her shins, so it should work pretty good for Goshooter. It's kind of funny that I'm actually doing Goshooter and Minerva, since I never actually watched Master Force, the series which they were debuted, and the only series they were actually in. Okay, Minerva was in animated briefly, but, you know, not really heavily. You know, not enough to really warrant anything. Yet, when I discovered her, when I found out about her, I was pretty interested in the character. So, and just figured since I'm going to do Minerva, I may as well do Goshooter. And maybe one day when Power of the Primes comes out, well, they're doing an Inferno from what I hear. When that comes out, I may do that into Cab. apparently it's going to be a redo of Combiner Wars Hotspot, which is fine. But it's going to be a red repaint of Hotspot, which means I can actually I can actually have a fire truck without having to do too much painting. So that's good. Speaking of fire trucks, seems that Fire Convoy and God Magnus from the Car Robots line, or you know, the RID Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus, like RID 2000 series, are actually being reissued by Takara, but rather expensively. I want to get an Ultra Magnus because I have that RID Optimus. And I have a version that, you know, I have an English American version of Optimus, and I'd like to get the Magnus so I can get Omega Prime. But, you know, and honestly, it'll be cheaper to just get the Ultra Magnus than get that whole set. So I might have to just, you know, put some aside to get the Ultra Magnus, if I can. I'll finally get that little bit off my bucket list. Because I really did like RID 2000. I thought it was a really cool series. And yeah, Tai is one of my favorites, so naturally I would like the series she came from. Okay, but we got that shoulder, like that arm piece done. Let's see, is there anything else that I want to be like in the blue? Because, you know, I'm doing a lot, I got a lot of the blue already in. And I might not want to do anything else with that color. And, well, let's actually start with these and we can get that in. Now, last part I did mention needing to do a piece of, like a bit of super gluing for Goshooter's windshield because it looks like it broke at one point. I haven't done that yet because, well, this might be a different day for you. It is the same day, maybe only a few, like not even an hour for me. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see about that super gluing. It might not be till either way later in this run through, if it's done during the run through at all, and that part's going to be done off camera for certain. So yeah, but if I do it right away, in a way I can tell you how it went, I will. If not, don't worry about it. It's probably going to be fine. Okay, that went on a little thicker than I would like, but it's in there. And that'll add some character to the foot. we can actually just leave it like this. There we go. Try this again with this piece. Yeah. That's the only downside though. The plastic seemed to have cracked in a couple areas when I was getting the paint off. One part I already super glued. That is the inside of the shin, the hinge that opens up this thing. Which, you know, it's a shame, but, you know, it was easily fixable. Minerva had the same issue happen to her, too, so it's just something that is a thing, so gotta deal with it. But yeah, we got the shins in there. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, I think we're actually done with the blue, which is good news. So, next color I'm going to get into, I think, will be the Gunmetal Gray, because that's probably the only, that's the other color that's going to be rather heavily used on this set, on this piece. Not quite as heavy as the blue, though. So this might be a very short one, although in all honesty I'm going to have to come back and do a couple things over again, because, you know, the white on that, on the top needs a little more, needs another layer. Let's get this properly mixed. There seems to be some globbies in there, which is not good. I think we're good to go now. And yeah, we're gonna just start off with the forearms. So we're just gonna yeah, we got that part. Want to get the other side though. let's just get in there, paint that. Now the repro labels I'm going to have to order later because there are sets for Goshooter, Siren, and Minerva. Like the Goshooter and Siren one are pretty much together. But yeah, I'm going to have to order those another day because I can't afford to do it right now. That's fine. Yep. Let's see. Just gonna I might be making a mistake here, just painting the inside of the forearm or the inside of the elbow, but I may as well just try to get as much detail in there as I can. Okay, there we go. We have it. So let's just get this part in. There we go. Now we got the forearm done. So we can put that to the side for now. And then we could put the efforts toward the other one. So we got this one here. Get it in. Let's see, get that part done. And now this part, which is going to be tricky because of the way my hand has it angled. Okay, so that's done. Now the next one, oh boy, this is going to be a little trickier because, let's face it, it's going to require the full thing be painted. So I gotta figure a way to actually hold that without wrecking anything. Yeah, so this is one of the trickier ones because, obviously there's nothing I can grip that won't be painted because the whole thing's got to be painted to really work it. But, it is what it is. So far so good, it's looking right. See, okay, now we gotta try to do this in a way that won't. Okay, that's one. 1 foot down, one more to go. That's going to be tricky in itself. But yeah, one down, one to go. And this is actually coming along a lot more simply than I thought it would. Mainly because, a lot of the special details are actually going to be in decals. So, there's that. But that's fine. And the decals won't be here till much, much later. There are going to be some fine detailing in the car though. Gotta do the headlights, tail lights, meaning I'm going to have to whip out some other colors than what I got here. I'm probably going to need to whip out that white again because, well, one, another coat on those, and two, there's a piece that I'm probably going to want to paint white on the car mode. Let's see. So, yeah, there's that. But all in all, this is coming along pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot a detail again. Oops. The hands. Well, I just washed this brush off and I realized I still have to paint the hands in. Because they are also gunmetal gray. Or going to be gunmetal gray for mine. I'm sure a lot of people will just use a flat black for this, but, you know, I want something that really does have a little bit of a pop to it. So we're almost done with the gunmetal. And I do remember one more detail I want to try to do. But that might screw up everything, so it's a risky one. But where's the fun in doing something without a little bit of risk to it? Especially since this will add a nice amount of detail to the toy. I might leave the... Oh, sorry. It helps if I keep it in frame, doesn't it? I might leave the shins gray, the gray that they are, instead of trying to paint them gunmetal. Because, you know, I know that you're supposed to have black legs. Like, that's part of the original plastic choices and all that, but, you know, the gray that they are is fine with me. And it would save me some trouble. Even though, yeah, I did go that route with Minerva, painted them red like they were supposed to be because, well, that's a little bit more of a detailed choice than that one that works better. Yeah. There we go. Takes care of those two. Boy, and that is, it's getting pretty good here. Now, this one's going to be tricky because it requires me painting straight lines. There we go. And there we go. I actually got it in pretty good. Nice little stripe there, and yeah. It's going to add some nice details to them. Okay, so I think that does it for the gunmetal for now. because like I said, I want to wait till for the vehicle mode after I finish the robot mode details, just to make it a little easier on myself. And I can't really do too many vehicle mode details because, again, I got to worry about the stickers. That will be coming much, much later. But in any case, there is one more color I want to get into, which is only going to be light, but it's going to be helpful for a couple things. And that would be a little dab of chrome silver. Hopefully I got the right one that's going to work out. And no, I did not get the right one. So, just one sec. Luckily I have my little paints right here. There we go, another batch of chrome. Always have extra. So, yeah, let's see if this is any better. Well, it needs to be shaken, but it looks like it'll work. So shake well before you use. There we go, much better. First and foremost, the kneecaps. And yeah, I'm just choosing to paint them silver because I think it'll be a nice aesthetic choice. Yeah, this is adding a little bit nicer, a nice sheen to it. You know, like it's not like liquid chrome, or it's not going to be vac metal type chrome, but it is going to be super shiny. It's going to look so nice. See? Here we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the inside there too. My cat's kind of looking at me like he wants attention. My like he always does. So I might have to stop a little bit and give it to him. But yeah, there we go. That's one chin pretty much done. Just gotta get a little bit more. There we go. Looks good. And yeah. There we go. The next leg. Yeah. There we go. Looking good. See. Here we go. And yeah, there we go, another leg. Looking pretty sharp. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take another little break, and you know, so we're gonna see on the next part, and I'll see you then. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and let me know what you think. And of course, subscribe to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.